topics. In this part of the module, we are going to understand what really happens in the brain when we try to do many things at the same time. Many students call this multitasking, but in most situations, the brain is not truly doing two difficult tasks at once. Instead, it is switching back and forth very quickly. There are 4 important ideas on this slide. The first is task switching. This means your attention moves from one activity to another, such as from homework to a text message, and then back again. The second is attention switching costs. Every time your focus changes, the brain uses a little extra time and energy to adjust. That shift may feel small, but it adds up. The third idea is mental fatigue. Constant switching makes the brain work harder, so you become tired more quickly, even if you have not done much deep work. The fourth idea is reduced accuracy. When attention keeps jumping, mistakes become more likely because the brain does not stay fully engaged in one task long enough. As we move to the next slide, you will try a simple demonstration that helps you experience this effect for yourself. Demonstration. Now let us make this idea practical. This short activity will help you feel what task switching is like. First, pause the video and write the alphabet in order. A, B, C, D, and so on, all the way to Z. Then immediately below it, write the numbers in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue upward. After that, try a different version. This time, alternate between letters and numbers. A1, B2, C3, D4, and continue in that pattern. Most students notice something important. The alternating version usually takes longer. It may also feel slightly more stressful or confusing. That is because your brain is not simply writing. It is repeatedly switching between 2 mental systems, one for the alphabet and one for numbers. This is a simple example, but it represents what happens when you study and check messages or listen to class and scroll on your phone. On the next slide, we will connect this experience to the science of how the brain handles switching. Science Spotlight. What you just experienced has a scientific explanation. Each time your attention shifts, the brain pays a cost. That cost may be only a small moment, but repeated over and over, it becomes significant. When you move from one task to another, your brain needs time to reload the rules, goals, and information for the new task. You can think of it like reopening a computer program. If you close one program and open another again and again, the process slows everything down. In a similar way, your brain must reorient itself every time your attention changes. This does not mean the brain is weak. It means the brain works best when it can stay with one meaningful task for a period of time. Focus supports efficiency. Constant switching interrupts that process. Now that we understand the science, let us look at how this appears in everyday life for students. Real-life examples. Task switching is not just a laboratory idea. It happens in normal daily routines, often without us noticing. For example, imagine doing homework while texting. You may feel like both activities are happening together, but in reality, your attention is moving back and forth. Each message pulls your brain away from the homework, and then your brain must re-enter the school task again. The same is true for gaming while watching YouTube. Even if both activities seem enjoyable, your attention is being divided and redirected. Watching TV while studying creates a similar problem. The brain has to choose which information to process more fully, and usually the studying becomes weaker. Another very common example is listening in class while scrolling social media. A student may hear some of what the teacher says, but deeper understanding becomes harder because attention is not fully available. Important details may be missed, and learning becomes less effective. These examples show that digital distractions are not harmless interruptions. They shape how well we think, learn, and remember. That leads us to the main idea of this section. Key takeaway. The main lesson to remember is this. Multitasking usually means rapid task switching, not doing 2 demanding tasks well at the same time. This is an important distinction. People often feel productive when they are switching quickly, but speed is not the same as effectiveness. When the brain keeps changing direction, work often takes longer, mental energy drains faster, and mistakes increase. So, as we continue in this module, keep this idea in mind. Better focus does not come from trying to do everything at once. It comes from giving full attention to one important task at a time. That is one of the core skills of mindfulness, and it is a skill you can strengthen with practice.